Welcome to tutorial number 9, where we're going to talk about how to download the doctor's report, how to edit any test, how to view the patient's report, and how to download the patient's report. It's really, really simple. So in order to edit the test, you click on Edit. And let's say you want to change glucose from 91 to 95. Click on 95, hit the tab button, come all the way back down, update test, and now you're going to see glucose when it gets back to the doctor's report. When we go to view test itself, we went from glucose 91 to glucose 95. So that's how you edit the test if you ever make a mistake. If you want to add notes on the patient, you can add notes right through there. If you want to download the doctor's report, you click on download the doctor's report. In a few seconds, you'll have the report downloaded, so you can just put that on your computer anywhere. So there's the report. So if you want to view the patient's report, which is really, really great, you click on View Patient's Report, and you'll see the patient's report. Now, it's an extensive report, but it gives you the 20% that are going to give you the 80% of the results. So if your patient understands these 30 some odd 40 pages, they're going to know specifically what they have to do to maintain a good nutritional profile. So it tells you a little bit about the congratulations. It'll tell Scott all the different organs and glands that may be malfunctioning in his body, and also an explanation of what they are. It talks about Scott's supplements, why he needs the supplements. It talks about what's in their supplements. It talks about supplemental instructions. It gives them a blow-by-blow description of everything that's here. It gives them a list of the specific supplements as well as the general support and how to take everything, all the guidelines that they should follow. It's extremely important that they follow this, what a whole food or a natural food is, and what happens to foods that have received biochemical alterations, such as junk foods, foods to reduce or keep to a minimum, what you can eat, and it tells you specifically what Scott's metabolic type is, all the different foods that he will do well with or she will do well with. Same thing with the subtype. It has all the different kinds of foods there that in this particular case Scott will do well with. And most of the time when I have patients do this and I tell them this is their metabolic type, they say, I love these foods. I was just told to stay away from these foods. Unfortunately, by staying away from these foods, you're not going to be healthy. And by staying away from these foods, you're going to mess up your metabolism, you're going to mess up your acid, alcohol, and base balance, and you're going to have all kinds of problems and health issues as time goes on. So once you get all that, now you know what kind of food you should be eating. Here's an expanded foods list that you can choose from to help basically create the main staples in your diet. So it goes through meat and fowl, fish. It goes through dairy products. It goes through grains. Okay, it goes through fruit. And it goes through vegetables. So you can pick all these and legumes, beans and peas, nuts and oils. And now if you have a vitamin deficiency that you want to rectify, take the food instead of the vitamin. So these are all the different kinds of vitamins, and these are the foods that have great amounts of those particular vitamins in there. It's not only for vitamins, but we also do the same thing for minerals. So if you're lacking minerals, then use these foods instead of taking the mineral itself. Once you get past this area, what you can now do is look at food combining, how to balance the acid and alkaline forming foods based on your metabolic type, which is right here throughout this whole section. So it talks about the pH, it explains everything, and then when you get down to this area, you can now choose and see which foods are alkaline and then what foods are acid, so you can combine those properly into your diet. These are all the rules to follow for food combining, and once you get to that point, now you want to know like how much quantity of food that you should be taking in. And that's why we had you put down your weight and your activity level before that. Now, in this particular case, Scott is 280 pounds and he has a 75% activity level. He's a football player. So his minimum caloric intake should be anywhere between 2,800 to a maximum of 4,900. Or 3,000 to 5,000 calories every single day. And if he doesn't do that, his metabolism is going to be really impacted and affected. And what happens is it gives you the minimum number of ounces of protein, the grams of protein, the calories of protein, the calories from fat, and the calories from carbohydrate as well. So you have a really good idea of how many calories of each type of thing you should take in, whether it's protein, fat, or carbohydrates. Once you understand this, you've come a long way. Now you know what supplements to give your body, you know what to eat and what not to eat, foods that may be toxic to your body, how to combine your foods properly, and the quantities of the different foods that you should be taking in. And if you have all this information in front of you as a patient, or you have this information as a doctor on your patient, you've come a long way. And you're going to have a fantastic time, and this patient's going to get the results that they only dreamed about getting in the past. And not only that, they're never going to ever have to worry about going on a different kind of crazy diet to try to do something with their weight ever again, because this is the most healthy diet that you can possibly ever put a patient on. So have a great day, and I'm glad you learned a lot about the SEMA system, and I know it's going to improve the results of your practice tremendously.